The more we give to people, the more it come back to us.
I believe that.
The more we help people.
And we are live. Thank you for joining us again to another episode of Raise and Uplift. And today, I am so honored to have with us Sam, who is a serial entrepreneur, has many different businesses here in Naga City, and he is one of the most successful people I know here in Naga City. And let me say why. It's because he had his humble beginnings. He started off really young when you were, 10 years old?
10 years old.
10 years old selling chicken and fish. And now he is a big entrepreneur here in Naga City with multiple locations and businesses. And he's going to share with us some of the secrets to his success and why is it that you have struggled so hard in order to become successful, and that's what we're here to find out. So, without any further ado, I'd like to introduce Sam. And how are you doing, Sam?
I'm fine.
All right, thank you for joining us on the show today. And you were introduced to me by a mutual friend of ours. Okay, and her name is Gina. And Gina said, you know, Kuya Ray, there's one person I want you to meet. He's a very humble man. He's a very, very sweet man. And also very successful as well, you know. And when she said your name, Zalbadica, right? I said to myself, wait a second. I've seen that. All right. Traveling around the Naga City, I see your stores. Right. And so some of the stores that you have are your chicken, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So he sells, roasted chicken.
Roasted chicken, grilled chicken, and pressed chicken.
Okay. And how many locations do you have?
All in Bicol, 16 branches.
16 branches. That's what, yeah, I just remembered because as I traveled around the Bicol region, I saw several of the Zalbadicas. And I wasn't quite so sure that was you. 16 branches. Wow, that's very impressive. Could you tell us how did you start?
I start my business year 2003, around June 2003. I start one stall grilled chicken, and then I bought it 100,000.
That was your initial
That's my
investment?
initial investment. The money came from my sister from abroad, Lisa Zabaldika. She borrowed me money. She lent me money. And then after that, I borrowed from the, what we call it, 5-6, the Indian. You borrow 100,000, you will pay 120,000. 5-6, that is the common. To start a business, you will borrow from that institution because I have no money to start my business.
So 2003,
2003.
you had zero money.
Only 32,000 pesos from my pocket when I came from Taiwan. I have no other money.
So what were you doing in Taiwan back then?
I worked in Taiwan for factory worker for 11 years. But I helped my brother and sister for their studies.
Mm-hmm.
Then after 3 days after the salary, every 5th of the month, then at the 8th of the month, I have no more money. That is the reality if you work in abroad.
Yeah.
They say that in abroad you have a lot of money, no? I earn 70,000, but I send to my family, to my brother and sister, because we are only poor family. I want them to upgrade their life, so I help them to finish their study. Because my eldest sister, she helped us also to finish our study. I graduate a Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineer, but I don't like the profession. I don't want to become a engineer.
Engineer.
That is not my ambition. Before, my ambition is to become a embalmer. Embalmer, deep funeral homes, because that is a lot of money.
Yes.
When you start that kind of business, you will only use around 10,000 for the coffin, and then you will sell it for 30 to 40,000. But my family disagree. So I go to Taiwan.
Mm-hmm.
I go to Taiwan, where I worked there for 11 years and then go back. But before that, when we are small in Manila, year 1972, 19 or around 1960, around 1970s, we go to Antipolo Rizal, and then we start there. And at a young age, I saw my mother and my father. They will work the bamboo, that we call it lambo. That one,
The coconut?
the coconut, and then
Yeah,
the
shaving.
they slice it and sell it to the Visoria. And then sometimes they will plant banana.
Mm-hmm.
They will pay 10 centavos
Wow.
per piece just to survive. And then my mother and my father, they start selling fish in Antipolo Rizal public market. I remember that at the young age of grade 4, around 11 years old, I start selling fish.
Selling fish.
And then, to add to my income, I two pail, two pieces of balde, what we call balde pail, and then I put water in the a big water jug, and they paid me 25 centavos every day, around 10 stall in public market and fish market. I put water there, 25 centavos. And the afternoon, I'll clean their stall. One peso, they paid me one peso. When I go, when I start my high school, I start also to roaming around with to 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 pail of fish every every pail around 20 kilos. The other side, another side, 20 kilos. I will try to sell it before in the year 1976. When you sell fish in the street, there is no bike, no motorcycle. You just walk. You just walk in Manila. We just walk and we just
So you
walk.
were working in Manila.
In Manila, we walk in the street selling fish. We sell galunggong. That is the common fish in Manila. The fish of the poor. Until I start with my uncle, he buy fish in Nabotas. The fishing port of the Philippines is in Nabotas, Metro Manila. I go there as your helper. And then, when we go back to Antipolo Public Market, I also sell. Oh. So, when school days, at 7 o'clock, after prepare the fish in the service jeep, and then I go to school morning. Oh, when I go to school morning, before that, we will put the remaining fish from because my mother and father, they sell fish at evening when their fish left in their bañera, what they call bañera now, styrofoam. Then we slice it to make it daing. They call it daing. Yes, salted fish. Oh, before I go to school at the morning, I will put it in the rooftop so that the sun will dry it. At the afternoon, I will
Turn it over.
turn around and then I go back again to school. At 3 o'clock, I run again so that I can sell it in the market. Oh, I will sell it per pack.
Yeah.
One fourth kilo, 1/2 kilo. Oh, that is our way of life to survive. Then, when I graduate high school, I work in Quiapo in construction. I work in Quiapo in construction for around 4 or 6 months. The Technological Institute of the Philippines, owned by the Quirino family. And then, my friend told me that if you want to study, you try to enter a security agency, security guard. So I train a security guard in Tamaraw Training Center. Then I work as a security guard in Project for Cubao, Quezon City. I worked there for around 6 months. But the problem is they don't give us the salary. And then my auntie, the sister of my mother, told me that you try to go to Bicol. You help your lolo to operate this, what do you call it, rice mill. So I go to Bicol. Then when I go to Bicol, they try to help me to study. Try to help me to study. Then when I graduate high school, college, with the help of my aunties and my eldest sister, because I am second of the family, we are 11. 11, when 11 in the family, I am the second. The eldest, my family helped her to work in Brunei, the princess of Brunei. And then she helped us, all my brother and sister, to study. That's why we are 11, almost one only dead, one already dead. The remaining 10, 9 graduate college. Only one that the classmate of Gina, her foresight is she cannot read the
The board.
The board. They cannot read. So when after high school, she tried to study college, but she said, no, I cannot read the letter. So stop. Only that one. But she is still now, still in UK with her wife, a nurse. And then, after graduation, I failed the board exam. Maybe because that is not my destiny, or as I said, I don't like civil engineer. I want to become an embalmer, to have my own funeral home, so it was easy money.
Easy.
And then I go to Taiwan with the help of my teacher. Then I work in Taiwan for 11 years. Then 11 years, I try to save money. But
It's hard.
it's very hard because my family, they also study. I have to help them. My mother, they have no money, so I try to help them. Every time I go back, every 2 years, I only have around 30,000 in my pocket. Then I go back again. After 2 weeks, I go back again in Taiwan. Because when we go home, we have already job order. So we come back immediately. Because when you are in abroad, your mentality is, never mind. Anyway, I'll go back to Taiwan again.
Yeah.
Easy money. That's why when I go home, everybody happy. Lots of chocolate, 1 bag of chocolate, everybody. I want to give them all. After 3 days or 1 week, I have no more money. So I go back again. Go back in Taiwan. That is my life. And then a friend of mine, my distant uncle, the general manager of Land Bank, when I borrow 100,000 from him for my placement fee to go back to Taiwan, she scolded me and told me that you try to save money. Because I say, you don't know your life there. Maybe after a month, after a year, you got sick, what will happen to you? I put it in mind. And then my wife go there also in Taiwan. The expenses for my family, salary of my wife, they send to Philippines. My salary, my another auntie, sister of my mother, try me to get one lot there in Jamaica subdivision. So that when you go home, you have already a capital. Then at first I don't like to buy lot. I don't want to buy land But because I was insisted by my auntie because they are the one who helped me also to study because they also work in Princess of Brunei. So I buy one land. I buy it in 1,200 per square meter in Jamaica. Then that is year 1996. I don't I don't know that one helped me a lot, that lot. Because in year 2003 when I go home, I used that
As
lot.
collateral.
I lend it to bank. I lend it to bank. That is why if you are in abroad, try to buy like a property like that one. Even a small lot, but try to buy in a subdivision because now per square meter there is already 7 to 10,000. In 1996, it was only 1,200 per square. Now it's almost 5 times
5 times.
the price. But in a remote area, in a barangay, if you will buy it, after 10 or 20 years, the price is the same. Only it increased a little. So, after 11 years, I said, my brother told me, I'll go to the one that what I mentioned before, the Gina, her classmate, my brother, that is the problem in the eye, go to United Kingdom because his wife already a nurse. Then they go there. I start here is business here, chicken. I buy chicken from the remaining from every poultry because when they grow chicken like the magnolia, sometimes there is a leftover around 300, 350, 200 pieces. I buy it at a lower price, and then we we clean it here, and then I sell it in market. I sell it in market. Sometimes, yeah, sometimes I have a customer, they sell fried chicken, roast chicken, and then I deliver it only by my bicycle. Because in Taiwan, everybody there, every high school, every elementary, simple life, they have their own bike. They study, they use their own bike. Here in Philippines, no money, but you will see the luxury of their life. Different from Taiwan, different from Chinese. They are simply, even they have money, they still use their bike. After graduation, the elementary high school, they left it in the street. Oh, the overseas Filipino worker, we just pick it up.
Yeah.
Once they left it over there, it means it's for you. Sometimes we buy it in a junk shop for 100 pesos. But in Philippines, you will buy it for around 2,000 or 3,000. That is when I go home, I carry that bike. And then I use it in my business. I dress chicken and I deliver it. And then one of my customer told me that he want to go back to Pampanga. He told me that I buy his grilled stall for 100,000. So I have no money. And then my sister in London, the one that I help also when she studied nursing, lend me money. She give me 450,000. She tell me, you go home, I will send you money. First, she give me 250,000. After a month, it's no more. I don't know where it's
It's all
going.
gone.
So many credit, they don't paid me. Sabi ko, no, I don't want. I want to go back to Taiwan. Because in Taiwan, easy money. Every month, you have 70,000, no credit. And then, she sent me again another 200,000. The 200,000, I buy the 100 for an additional capital. The 100,000, I buy it one stall. When I buy that stall, I look at my income every month. I earn around 75,000. Less expenses. The remaining is 75,000. So I said, this grilled chicken, year 2003, we are only 4 or 5 here in Naga City. Now almost 20 plus or 30. So many grilled chicken now. So I said, if I put up 10 grilled chicken, 75,000 per piece income, maybe monthly I will earn 1 million. Maybe, I said. So I borrowed from the Indian, what we call it, a 5-6. Then I put up, I have a friend who assembled a grilled chicken. Every 3 months, he assembled one. And then I put it somewhere until I found out I have already 16 stalled chicken in the Bicol region. Kamarin store and Kamarin in Albay. And then a friend, my Chinese friend, I remember when I in Taiwan, he told me, when you put up business in Philippines, you try 3 business. I told him why. If you fail the one, you have another 2. You have another 2 business. Sabi, oh, no, sabi nga, you try. So, I follow his advice. I put up a grilled chicken. I put up, before only, my figure starting only 1 piece. And then, when it gives birth, I get 2 pieces. The remaining, I sell it, the piglets. Because I have no money to support for their feeds. And then later on, I found out here at my house, backyard of my house, I have already 14 sow level, 14 what they call inahin, 14 sow level. And then I transfer it there, the another Mila or Dalipay, Barangay Dalipay, because in Naga City, you cannot raise pig here. It's prohibited. So I transferred there from 14. A friend of mine told me that if you try to raise pig, make it upgrade. The small one, the upgrade, the hybrid, what they call it, the hybrid. Anyway, my friend told me, what they eat is the same with the natural pigs. Oh. But the performance is different. So I follow, I try. The 3 and Siopaw, he put up 300 pigs. Every month, 30 pigs from Manila. Oh, I send also 4 pigs for me. Later, after 6 months, I have already 24 hybrid. That one, the price there is around 30,000. The ordinary pigs is around only 12. But you will see the difference when you grow the pigs, it's different. Fast grower, the hybrid. And then I put also another business. I have already grilled chicken. I have already the piggery, and then I put up balot. What the balot from itik, balot. That is common foods in Philippines. Egg with live.
Yes.
Yeah, what you call balot. I put it here. So I raise another itik. Because I raised there a small chicken, a small itik, duck, a small duck, and then I tried to raise, so I raised around 3,000 pieces. The egg, I will use it for the production of balot. Because my friend told me, you tried 3 business. And then at balot, I have another chicharon, the skin of the carabao. They thought
Carabao chicharon.
it is pork, no, it is skin of carabao from Bulacan. They will cook it there, and then when we go there, we just cook it only once. They try it, they prepare it in Bulacan. So that is my business. That is my business. And then when the ASF come, African swine fever, I have 360 already, 360 sow level of pigs. I have 1,500 partner, almost 13 million at the blink of an eye was wiped out.
Oh my God.
because no vaccine for African swine. And then the Department of Agriculture already at my piggery, the guard until I excavate there and put all the pigs there. So no more chicken, no more pig. Then I open a business market, public market. Before, I buy chicken from the market, year 2003. 2011, one by one, the three stall there, the bigger stall there, I buy them one by one.
The store, the stalls.
The stall. A lot of money. Secret. Then, I start to buy my own live chicken. I start my own live, year 2011. That is the time after 8 years, I say, wow, I earn a lot of money. So I buy a truck used for hauling live chicken, and then I buy before the first I used the bicycle, and then I buy a tricycle, the motor tricycle
Yeah.
with sidecar, and the next time I buy the L300.
Yeah.
After the L300, my wife told me, you buy me car. Okay, I buy you one car, the Montero. And then after that, I buy seven truck for my business.
So now you have a fleet.
Now I have seven close band, and I have two for live chicken holder. And then I have four car, three for my children, and one for my wife.
Wow.
Me, I don't have, I have only my motorcycle. I don't like, because I don't feel that I have money already. I don't,
You spend it all. So
And then I buy already a lot there in Libmanan, around 26 hectares. I put 40 cow.
40 cows.
I sell it in, I sold it in Masbate. Now it's already 59 pieces. Yearly,
it grows.
it grows because I buy all female cow. I buy two male cow and 40 female cow.
Female.
Now it's already 59
59.
because the cow, you don't have to buy feeds.
Yeah. They
So,
just eat the grass.
Only grass. I plant napier. That is the common. If you have no grass, big lot. You try to plant napier. When you start at the other side, 5 hectares. When you go there at the finish line, this one already grow already. So back and forth. No more problem for the cow foods. And then I have also poultry for the chicken, also in Sipokot, around 40,000.
40,000.
Two buildings, 2020, 40,000. Sometimes I earn them a lot. Sometimes break even because sometimes there are blue. But mostly I earn a lot.
So do you sell those chicken at the market, or do you sell it to a producer? Do you sell it to
I buy chicken. 2 trucks, every truck's 2,500. 2 trucks to 4 trucks daily. Then 1 truck I consume it for my 3 stall and my grilled chicken. The 1 truck, 1 truck or 2 trucks or 3 trucks, there are other entrepreneurs that they have no money to buy cash basis. So I buy for them. And then they paid for me sometimes after 1 week, sometimes after 1 month, sometimes thank you. 1 million, some 500,000. But it's already 10 years. Every day I earn money from them. So it's okay. The one that they borrowed from me, it's already their money. Okay, no problem. My three children. The eldest is a doctor of medicine. My second child, a boy, medical technologies. He want to become a doctor, but when he takes the life of a businessman, he don't want to pursue the medical medical life to become a full doctor. He want to become a businessman. The third one, he is a dentist, work in Manila. Only three. Then this house is our property. In that one, we have a piggery around 4 building that has a population. You can put there around 2,000.
2,000 pigs.
Because I put there already 360 soul level from humble beginning that we have no house, no land to own. Now we have around 19 hectares there in Milaor. From my piggery, I have 7 hectares for my rice land. And then we put now another business, hito farming. That is a mud fish. I'll try to invest there around 3 million. Maybe after 5 months, I will slowly collect and harvest
The mudfish.
the mudfish.
And that's just for people. I've never eaten mudfish.
The mudfish, when you saw it, you will not eat because the waste of the chicken, the isaw, the blood, the feather, all
Yeah.
the waste, they put it there. And the mudfish, they will eat it all. But when you taste it, it's good.
It's good.
And then the price of the mudfish, before, it is only 70 pesos per kilo. Now it is already 170. You will only, but about the foods, it's free from the dressing plant. You don't have to buy it. That is also an easy money.
Easy money.
Then, when you, because in business, sometimes you will go down. Sometimes, not all business will go up. Even you will see, I see my classmate, they are too bright. They are what they call lister. But now you will see them driving a motorcycle because their passion, even if you want, I want to become rich. So sometimes it's destiny. It is still, for me, I believe in God. Plus, you have to concentrate. You have to concentrate. If you have no passion, no. Because every business that I put up, I try to study it first. How to grill chicken, so that if my worker are, what they call it, sakit ulo, they call it hard head, matitigas ang ulo, I will cook it. I know how to cook it. Then I look for another worker. Also balot, because I try balot here for 5 years. Because when I'm grade 2 in elementary, I sell balot. Additional, after elementary, one of my classmates told me, oh, let's sell balot for additional income. So we sell balot at night. And then, one of my friends also, oh, you try jeep. The one who say, when you are in Manila, crossing, Mandaluyong, Antipolo. I was in the jeep,
Right.
collecting the fare of the passenger. I work also as a janitor. Also in TIP, I worked there as janitor for almost a year. Because I stopped studying from 1980 to 1983. Because after graduation in high school, I go to FEU, Far Eastern University. I tried the entrance exam. I passed. But when I told my father, Papa, I passed the entrance exam, my father just looked at me and I saw from his eyes, he wants to help me but no money. At that time I said, I have to, if I want to survive at my own, I don't have to ask my father, because even my family, my father, because one of my brother had a coronary heart. The heart
Enlargement.
enlargement for 1 year. They are the first patient in Philippine Heart Center for 1 year, and then my sister who work now in United Kingdom, a nurse. He also skin disease for 1 year in St. Luke Hospital. For that 2 years alone, we go down, no money, no foods to eat. My father told us that even a little rice, at least we eat
$50.
together, at least even a little, put it in your stomach. That is my life. That is my life. That's why when I graduate in high school, in college, and I work in Taiwan, I told myself, if time comes that I will have my own family, my family, my children will not suffer my life before. So they live not comfortable life, but not like me that I have to
You struggled.
struggle in public market to get to survive. Na every time my classmate in high school told me galunggong. Even in school, they told me galunggong. But now, when we have a reunion, it reverse. They line up all the batchmates that are up in life.
Yeah.
We share. You 5,000, 10,000 each. And then, the one that before in high school, the talkative, oh, they line up. It reverse until now when we even my elementary classmate, because that is the tradition in Manila in my school. We get together. There is someone there that they use the cup.
Yeah.
You know, on the spot they will say, "Oh, you are from this country. You give money, Canada. Okay, you give money." Live. There is a camera. Oh, so you have to be. You don't want to give only 1,000. Oh, I'll give 20,000. Until the line up. That is life. But I came in this position, this life, not in an easy way, because if you want to succeed in life, you have to sacrifice. I sleep only 2 hours to 3 hours daily. Before, I wake up 2 o'clock. And then, I work up to 10 or 11. And then my wife, at night, we are only 2 here. My 3 siblings, they all study in Manila. Elementary, they study here. When I came in Philippines, my 3 siblings studied in a private school, Montessori. The tuition there is 30,000 per piece, times 3, 90,000. And then when I come 2003, my wife told me, you enrolled our baby. Although I go to Naga Central School, the public school, my 1,000, but everyone is only 300 pesos. So my 1,000, there is a 100 pesos excess. Only 900 pesos for 1 year. When you are in Montessori, 90,000. My brother and sister said, no. We help you. They study in private school because my siblings, they already cry. Because in Montessori, this aircon. In public school. And then, even my siblings, they cry. But after 1 week, I see my baby already. They're already running around with a lot of sweat. They're already happy. Because they know if you want luxury already, you cannot fly at the same time. You have too much load. But if you fly a little load, it's very easy. We start there, a small house from my brother, Nipa house. We start there. We use kawayan, and then now at least we sleep now in a what we call a aircon room. We have everybody has aircon room. They have already their own car, and then I buy them already their own
House.
no lot for them. The 19 lots there, I give them already to my 3 siblings, so 5 hectares each. My 26 hectares there, I divided to 5 each. but no papers because you will not name into your name more than 5 hectares. Why just buy it from my grandfather? Why buy it to my mga aunties? We have a deed of sale. No? The cow is already there too. No problem. And then in high school, they still studied in public Camarines National High School. My eldest, she studied in Camarines because that is a level of a private school. In a competition, they are much higher. They beat the Ateneo, the Naga, even the percentage of the one section that is a science section. My eldest sister, eldest daughter studied there. The other two, I tell them, oh, we have already a lot of money. Okay, you try Ateneo, the Naga. Oh, they studied at Ateneo then in college, I give them the best. You want medicine, I'll give you medicine. Because that is the most important education. Even we have done, at least my three siblings have a degree that even if they have no property, if you are a doctor, it's easy money. That because that is my dream when I'm elementary. I want to become a doctor. But even in college, first year college, my father cannot send me to a college or university. So I don't want my siblings to taste my life before. That is why I try. Because the Ferdinand Marcos, he is my idol. He told that for every tears a victory. Every time I cry, I know time will come.
I really love that. I love your story, you know. And I think one of the things that I really love is your compassion for giving. From giving not only to your children and to your family and to your siblings, but also giving the chickens to the poor entrepreneurs who may or may not pay you.
Yes, and also the community.
Yeah.
Because I'm a Catholic, we give money to the church, whatever renovation, if the parish official there, oh please help, oh we give money annually, we give them. We don't expect for the return, but it come back. The more we give to people, the more it come back to us.
I believe that.
The more we help people. We help my side, my family side, my wife family side. We both help them. Because before we have no money, they help us. That is the mentality that my aunties teach us. Because we are very poor in Manila, they try to help us to study, and then my sister, they try to go there in Brunei, so that my sister will help all us to start to pursue our dreams. Until now, all my cousin, if they need money, we try to help them in any way that we can help them. The more we give them, the more
The
they
more
go
you
back
give back.
the blessing. And then one reason, if you want to succeed, you try now. Before, yes, it's impossible. You have no vices. I have vices, but minimum. I drink a little. I don't gambling. No. About chicks, a little. A little. I open it to my wife. We drink, but it's okay. But don't put it in the house. And then all the money, my wife know our money. I know also the money. Open to both of us. That's why we don't quarrel. We only quarrel foods.
What are you gonna eat?
Because no, you want me to control you because I'm diabetic. Sometimes that is the price of success. Sometimes this kind of life, this is not my dream. My dream is only to finish all my children, to have a simple life. This one, I don't like this. I want only a simple house. But my wife told me, we put a more convenient house because at least we try, at least we feel, we taste it. What is life to be like this? So, okay, what do you say? Because if you die, you will not earn the money to go to up. It will stay here, and all our babies will just quarrel about the money. So we put it. I give them already, everybody, oh, this is your car, this is your lot. I give them already, and then we try the business to divide it into three. All the business, piggery will go to my eldest daughter, the public market stall, and the business of the chicken to my chicken child, and the dentist, he will have the poultry, so that everybody happy.
Wow.
Everybody happy.
Are you open to adoption? You could adopt me.
Before I want to adopt because my three babies studied in Manila. We are only two.
Yeah.
My life before, I wake up at 2 o'clock and then I go to market. Then when I go back there 10 o'clock, we have no employee there in the office. I was the one who compute how much I will pay to the bank, to the chicken that I bought. Then up to afternoon, and then my wife, he will compute all the grilled chicken, the 16 is all daily. I will stop at 10 p.m. And then my wife will stop at around 12. Whatever he make it. And then 1 o'clock, he go sleep. 2 o'clock, I wake up already, go to market. We only talk for around 1 or 2 hours. I said, oh my, what spread life is this? Boring. So I say, we have adoption. I said, no adoption. I already graduate. Take care of the baby. But now we have one grandchild. Okay? At least what we call you cannot buy money, the happiness that he gives to us.
So when you wake up at 2 in the morning, what time do you go to bed?
10,
Okay, 10.
11.
So for about 3 to 4
Because
hours.
my routine in life is 2 o'clock, then go to market, and then I go back at 10 o'clock. From 10, I go to bank around up to 2 p.m. 2 p.m. I go to piggery up to 7 or 8. At 8, we eat the lunch, supper, and then look for the anything that up to 10 or 11 or 12, and then I go sleep. That is that is my routine in life every day, 2 to 4 hours only sleep.
Oh, that's amazing. I have to say, I'm incredibly impressed by your tenaciousness, for your ambition. You started with nothing and you ended up with everything. Everything from beautiful house and beautiful family, but you also have a beautiful heart for giving because you know what it took to struggle and to survive. Now you give back to your community and to your family. I really appreciate a lot of the insights that you were able to share. If there was just one last piece of advice that you could give to others who are searching for meaning, for success, what would that be?
And try until you die. Because even my life now is a little comfortable. There are times that I I told myself, my worker, they are lucky because they just sleep, work, at the end of the month, I give them salary. But me, every day, I say, oh, where will I get the money for the check that I issued every day before? Sometimes, 8 o'clock, I already look at the ceiling. And then, up to 2 o'clock.
Wow.
Because at the morning, oh, it's banking days. I have to pay 500,000 for the chicken. I have only 200,000
Left.
Oh, that's why I owe the manager of the China bank. He helped me a lot for almost 8 years. Every time my check will bounce, he was there to help me. What's your problem? 3 times a week, my check will bounce. But he will not close my account. He will try, okay, what do you need? Sir, I need another 120,000. He will issue a manager's check. Try to pay it tomorrow. But the next day, I'll give him. Until he retired, he was there to help me. When he retired, that's why sometimes when we cross our path, he say, oh, when I left the China bank, you left also China bank because I transferred to BDO for convenient. There's BDO only there. And that their bank is only up to 4 hours, up to 4 p.m. But the BDO up to 7 p.m. If you have a little money, the 3 hours difference is very important. Oh, at the same time, even close at 7 p.m., the BDO have online deposit that you can use even at 8 o'clock. So that your check will not bounce. The other bank have no like that accommodation. That's why I left. I transferred to BDO. I told my boss in China, sorry boss, business first. Anyway, you already retired. He understand me. Until now, when he go to market, oh, I give him 2 pieces chicken, a piece. For, sir, for what you do to me, I will not become this life now. If not,
If it wasn't.
he was the
So
one.
partnerships is very important to you too.
And he was the one who encouraged me. The lot that I buy, mentioned before, I buy a lot around 370, around 500,000 pesos in 1996. He was the one who encouraged me to lend it to bank. He say, you lend it to bank. Try to 5 years. And give me the computation. Or you will only pay sa interest of 125,000. Practically, if you divide it in 5 years, only 25,000 per month, per year. Almost 2,000 pesos per month, the interest for 500,000. I use that money for my expansion. That is the one who helped me. Kaya, if you are in abroad, try to buy even a single property so that when you come back to Philippines, if you want to start a business, you can loan your property to bank. The interest is very slow, around, very small, around 7%, 8%. But if you lend from the Indian, for 8 years I lend to Indian, I lend 400,000 monthly,
Yeah.
30 days, I give them 8,000 daily. After 25 days, I have this already, 5 days, I renew it already. Every day, he earned 700 pesos from me. So if I renew the loan for 5 days, 3,005, it's thank you. So the Indian, oh, is very happy.
Of course.
Because the more the shorter the term,
Yeah.
the more income. But in the bank, no. In the bank, no. There are times that I just put it in bank. Oh, I already paid. And then the bank told me, oh, you just stay there. What they call, all the papers are approved. When you need money, you just say morning, afternoon, they will give you money. It's important that you buy even a single property. That's important. And do not buy luxury if you can afford it. Because some other entrepreneur there, when they have already a lot of money, I buy this luxury. We put my wife dream house only 2 years ago.
This house.
2 years ago, during the COVID. 3 years ago, this house. Before, he always cry, give us out. No. Capital first. That is my mindset. Because this one is a dead investment already. You will loan it in bank if you want a good house. But me, no. This one is worth around 12 million. And then, we built it in 1 year.
Wow, that's pretty fast. It's a beautiful house.
It is my wife dream house. My dream house only a small house. I don't want a big house. Because if you have a big house, nobody will agree that you have no money.
Yeah.
That is the reality. Even in abroad, they say if you are in abroad, you have money. No, 3 days. I have money after 3 days. Even you, and you are in US. If you are work there, and then you go back in Philippines again, if your family is here. After 3 days, after 30 of the month, the next 3 days you have money. After port, oh, only a little, little, little. Because you earn dollar, you spend dollar.
Yeah.
That is like,
Well, I want to thank you for being on this podcast. I really enjoyed. I mean, I think this is the first podcast I had in which I did not say much. I was so interested in your story. And I have to thank you. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are watching or listening that's going to really appreciate your wisdom that you have shared. So we want to be able to, I want to thank you again for being on this podcast. I really appreciate it. And maybe there'd be another podcast in which I could show people your enterprise. You know, maybe all your cows, your piggeries, your chickens. So maybe that might be something that might be interesting. You know, but thank you again for being on this podcast. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
thank you, Raymond.
And thank you, everybody, for listening in and watching Sam and being inspired by his story of, I call it from rags to wealth, right? Because it's not just the riches, but the wealth that he has achieved, not only financially, but also the wealth that he has accumulated through the love of his family, to the appreciation of his community, and most importantly, how he was able to share a lot of his wealth to even to his faith. So thank you once again, Sam, for being on this podcast, and thank you again for listening in. I appreciate you. Okay.
Thank
Thank you, Sam.